Hello, listeners, and welcome to another episode of the Pipebomb Podcast here on YouTube. It's me, Gigi, going to be talking about some of these crazy things that are going on in the wrestling world as usual, but I can't do it alone. I have two other guys here with me to talk about all the craziness.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy James. I'm back. I had a week off, but I'm here. I missed you guys.
And hello, everybody. Nick's here, and I'm excited. Each week it just gets shadier and shadier with the wrestling world. So.
It really does. I can't.
Mainly WWE, they're casting so much shade to like a fucking tree. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. You know how they branded it now as the reality era? It really is. Like, It's all nothing but shade going on in the business.
All the secrets are coming out.
For real.
Yeah, and the first shading that we had this week was after Raw, they had the Stone Cold podcast. We had another one, but this time instead of Vince, it was Triple H himself. And he sat down and talked to Stone Cold for about maybe like a good hour and 15 minutes about everything going on in the wrestling world. And one of the big things that got discussed was Chyna doll. And pretty much Stone Cold asked a question we have all been wondering for years now. Is Chyna going to be in the Hall of Fame one day? And Triple H bullshit response was pretty much saying, oh, well, if you Google Chyna, things are going to come up. And I don't want my kids seeing that because they might not know who Chyna is because they just started watching. Even though Chyna did Playboy when she was with WWE, so that's really much their fault. But yeah, what do you guys think of Triple H's response to this whole Hall of Fame situation with Chyna?
All right. I don't know if this is going to be a popular thing to say, but I enjoyed Vince McMahon's interview much better. I don't know. Triple H seemed kind of... I don't know. I feel like... maybe it's Stone Cold. I feel like the only good question that Stone Cold asked him was the Chyna thing. I'm sure the NXT thing was good, but I was more entertained with Vince's stuff. But when it comes to Chyna, which was the highest point of this whole thing, I think... it's tough. I can see why they don't want to put her in the Hall of Fame because she's done legit porn. Like, there was like... You know how people say Sunny's messy and all the other divas did Playboy and stuff like that. But with Chyna, after thinking about it, marinating, with her having production and doing, like, spoofs of wrestlers getting fucked by them, and then she did a she-mail, it was just too much. So I can see why she's not in the Hall of Fame. But I would love to see her in there, but they're just not going to do it. And then they have Mike Tyson in the Hall of Fame who's charged for beating his wife. And
freaking what's his name? He killed what he does like the AO thing. He just got inducted last year.
Who?
Jim Duggan?
He's an NWO. Scott Hall. He killed somebody. He killed a bouncer outside a strip club, but somehow he's still in there.
Jesus.
Yeah. He did. What was it called on ESPN? I think it's called E60. It's like their documentary series. Mm-hmm. And he was on there, and they were like following him after wrestling with his drug issues. And he was either the bouncer at the nightclub or he killed the bouncer at the nightclub because like they were trying to hit on the stripper there, and he was trying to hit on the stripper, and the bouncer was like, "Oh, you have to leave," blah blah blah, and he killed the guy.
Oh my God.
There's just so much that's going on. And I feel like Chyna gets overlooked because she's a woman. But I don't know. She dig the deep hole. That's all I gotta say. So
she really did.
Yeah.
But kind of like the devil's advocate, there's been a lot of other superstars and performers that have fucked up and have done worse things in the past. Like that Scott Hall thing. Jesus Christ. Didn't even know that. But I do feel a little bad, and he was a little shady in the sense, well, if you look up Chyna on the internet, you'll find bad things. It's like, yeah, you look up one of his best friends' X-Pac, you'll find the same shit, and he's on Raw every reunion. So I didn't really agree with that, and it is kind of sad that Chyna won't be in the Hall of Fame. But you never know, nobody thought Ultimate Warrior was going to be put in the Hall of Fame or Macho Man this year. So, I mean, it could happen down the line, but I feel like it's going to be a long time.
Yeah. She's going to be like an old lady.
Unfortunately, I think it's going to be when she passes.
Could be.
After she passes.
I don't know. And then she's putting out all these, bizarre videos. She seems healthier than before, but... I don't know.
She came out with a bunch of YouTube videos talking about it, and actually she's doing a podcast tonight, apparently it's coming out tonight with Vince Russo talking about all the nonsense that Triple H was talking about. So she was promoting that, and she's apparently getting married to some Japanese man that she Yeah, she was like, oh, yeah, I've known him for a couple years. He doesn't know English well, and I don't know Japanese too well, but so she's coming back to the States, and apparently they're going to get married, so I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Well, love is the international language. So
Yeah, apparently. But, I mean, she seems in a better place, but at the same time, she just seems really messed up, and I just feel bad for her, and so I hope things can kind of sort themselves out with her.
She's a wild card. You never know.
So, any other thoughts on this whole situation?
With Chyna? Yeah. I don't know. I was kind of sad. I hope someday, I don't think she'll ever be inducted solely by herself, but I think as a group with DX, that is really deserving, because whenever they do showcase any of this stuff on the network about the group, she's always there, and she played such a crucial role. So.
And they mentioned her, so...
Right, yeah.
I don't know. You know what? For the group, I could see her do... You know what? Just give the girl her fucking Hall of Fame ring. You know what
Seriously.
I mean? Like, stop the bullshit. At the end of the day, she put in the work. She's done porn. She's fucked up in her career. Look at Sunny. The bitch is spreading eagle on Skype. Like,
right.
Come on. Like, just give it to her. Just because she got paid money for what she's done and Sunny didn't. Like, it doesn't... Just put her in the Hall of Fame. Fuck the kids. Honestly. Just put her in.
And Chyna even said herself on Twitter that she would be open to going into the Hall of Fame, and people even asked her, and she's like, she's contacted WWE before about it, and they've just ignored her.
This is sad, but going back to what I said earlier, she digged a deep hole. It's going to be hard to climb out of it. That's it.
Well, especially with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon taking over fully sometimes.
Can you imagine what Stephanie had to say about what Triple H said about Chyna? She'd probably be like, don't you mention our daughter's looking her up. Because when he said his daughter looking her up, that raised an eyebrow. I was like, what the fuck your daughter looking up Chyna for? I was like, what the hell? So, like, he could have said any other kid watching the product could be like, oh, who's this Chyna? And then go look her. Like, no, don't. Why are you talking about Google? Everything is $9.99. You guys want to shove the network down our throat. You should have said they can go and look her up on fucking WWE Network, and then they can find out who Chyna is. Don't go and put it out there that they're going to automatically Google her, which everybody Googles everything. But you know what? Hold on. Let me Google Chyna and see what comes up.
I Googled her the other day, and it took a while to find her really kind of dirty stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put WWE Chyna, because that's what a kid would type in. They wouldn't type in WWF. Let's see. I'll click on images. All I see is basic, regular stuff. She's WWE photo shoots, and nothing crazy's coming up in images.
I see that pre-surgery photos, but not everyone was pretty first off. But
nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Let's see on the web. No. Oh, Chyna nude. Well, Playboy. Who hasn't done that?
You find that with any other girls.
Yeah. Nothing crazy's come up. Nothing crazy. Unless you're looking for porn on being an 8-year-old little girl looking up porn, then that's your parents' issues. So, I don't know.
I think Chyna might be like Stephanie's, like, I think Triple H, he had like Ultimate Warrior, who he like got back on good terms with. Triple H is probably gonna have like CM Punk, and who knows, Chyna might be Stephanie's like, oh, I need to fix this before our days are over type thing.
I also liked when he talked about how he meant stuff with Bruno and Ultimate Warrior. Like, he was kind of like Vince McMahon's wingman. I like that. And I like the CM Punk bit when he talked about CM Punk. When he, you know what? Honestly, I think
he lied.
I don't think he lied, Gigi. I don't. I like, CM Punk is a loner. He seems to himself. He seems like he'll bitch about it, but when Triple H asks him what's going on, he'll be like, no, everything's fine. Because he doesn't seem like the type to, like, CM Punk is a drama queen.
Yeah, I believe that, but when he said, like, oh, well, I wasn't upset, like, lying ass, you were fucking pissed, and he's, like, leaving and shit, talking all, she's like, no, I was okay with it, everyone has their opinion, like, you can tell Triple H is good with coming off, like, authentic sometimes, but you can see, like, the whole, say this, if they bring up CM Punk thing coming up.
And as soon as he asked him the question, like, his first response, he's like, yeah, no, I don't got a problem with the guy. It's like, come on now. Hunter.
Yeah, but I believe Punk being like, oh, so Punk, are you sure everything's okay? I'm fine. And you sure? Like, I'm great.
I feel like I feel like with CM Punk, he's like, why are you asking me if I'm fine? You know what the fuck is wrong. That's why I think CM Punk is like, no, I'm fine. And Triple H
Like,
is
he's
like,
being sarcastic.
yeah. So I think that's where Punk was coming from. You know what? Honestly, it's all just no communication. Like he said, like, there was no communication. They never spoke. It was always, man, like, he'll mumble and groan and stuff like that. Like, I can really see them just talking like that. Like, CM Punk just doesn't want to fuck with him because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And CM Punk doesn't want to hold their hand and tell them how to guide me. You guys are supposed to know what to do. That's your part. I do my part in the ring. You should do your part on the booking and everything. So I can see why the communication, there was like a big disconnect in between the two of them. So I can't say this one's lying and that one's lying. I just see like they were just not fucking with each other, period. And look what happened. Punk got frustrated and walked out. So
I think he'll be back, though.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
I think he's that stubborn that he won't. What about you, G?
I think it'll happen, but it's going to be like when we're like way older. It's going to be like 20 years from now. It's going to be like WrestleMania 50. Like, oh, CM Punk there. He's coming to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, it's going to be like something way like later in life.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't think he's ever gonna come back to wrestle?
No.
No, I think he's like done with wrestling for them. I think it's gonna be like another Ultimate Warrior situation where he's never gonna wrestle for the company again, but we will see him like go into the Hall of Fame because when you get old, you're just like, okay, why am I still worrying about this shit?
Right.
Like he knows he wants his ring low key.
Yeah, that's true.
And like he's getting older, you know what I mean? Like he can't put his body through that punishment anymore.
Well, I thought they would, like, under his circumstances, it would be, like, a lighter schedule. Kind of like a Brock Lesnar type schedule. And he's all about the money, too. Like, he's very greedy with his money. So
I don't think he's I wouldn't say he's greedy, but I feel like if he's working on that level, he should be getting paid like everybody else on that level. Like as much as Cena, Triple H,
right, and that makes sense.
The Undertaker, because he is a big draw. So like they're holding out on him, and that's why when he took them to court, when he took WWE to court, they didn't even want to go to court. They just paid him his money because they knew he was right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just saying, no, I worked all these, that's like working doubles at your job. And then when you get your tax, when you get your paycheck, they didn't pay you for the doubles that you worked. Hell yeah, you're going to want your fucking money. You know, you worked their ass off. So I can see why he wanted to take those motherfuckers to court. Because with all those injuries and how he talked about that staph infection that he supposedly had, and it was something else, like, he just went through it with that company.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
What else did they talk about?
They talked about NXT for a good minute and how well it's doing.
It's doing really well.
Those guys and girls got some shine for a little while.
I feel like NXT at this point, it's like its own brand.
Yeah.
At this point. Oh my god, I read something online. Oh my god, who said it? Oh, fuck, I hate when this happens. Ooh. Sorry, I swore. I'm trying to hold back on my swearing, you guys. We're trying to get advertisements.
New Jaymes 2015. Podcast for you. Okay, what the fuck happened, James?
Oh my god. Somebody was... Oh my god, I can't remember who it was. I want to remember so bad. But somebody, it was a diva. I think it was a former NXT diva who was upset when they found out that Tough Enough is having NXT stars perform. What was that?
Is it a current one or a former one?
I can't remember. I think it probably was a former one. Oh my god.
Probably Raquel.
I don't think it was Raquel.
No,
I'm sorry,
Veronica
guys.
Lane?
Huh?
Veronica Lane?
No. Who is she? Like, who cares what she has to say? I can't remember who it was, but she was saying that she can't believe that that's what they're doing and that these people already have contracts. Isn't the point of being on Tough Enough, the point is to get a contract, and why are you going to have these people that already have contracts on there? So I was like, I can see her point on why she's saying that, but I can't remember. If the listeners, I know somebody out there has listened, saw this, read this tweet or something like that, let us know in the comments, because it's going to bother me. I need to know who it was. I can't remember who it was, but it was interesting. But I didn't hear anything about NXT. All I heard about was, Tough Enough, were those fake, profiles. Remember those fake profiles?
All those girls.
Yeah, that was just bullshit. Mm-hmm.
I know. I followed them for a hot minute too because I thought they were real.
I did it. I was like, oh.
I was like, these bitches. They just got new accounts. They've got like 11 followers. What am I doing?
So yeah, speaking of NXT, James's girl Charlotte, she recently did an interview. What was it, PWI, you said?
Yes, she did an interview with PWI because she was named Rookie of the Year. 40 something years after her dad won the same award.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and if you look back at all the people who've won that award, they've went on to do great things. And Charlotte just had an awesome interview with them. Did you listen to it, Gigi?
No, I haven't yet.
It's Nikki. I know you listened to it.
Yeah, I listened to it. It was really good.
It was good. I want to say it was like between 16 to like 20 minutes. It was a pretty lengthy interview. It was pretty good. She did it over the phone. She talked about NXT. She spoke about how when her father was wrestling, how she used to wonder, like, why won't he just retire? She's like he's getting older. He's getting up there. You know, when people were throwing their shade about Ric Flair still wrestling. She's like, why won't? But she's like, now I see it. It's because he loves it. And she's like, she's so deep into the business right now. She's so in love with this company. And she sees exactly why her dad fell in love with it. She talks about when she decided to become a diva. She was out for dinner with her dad and John Laurinaitis, and they jokingly looked at her and like, yeah, you should try it out. And then she said that her brother inspired her because her brother was doing it. Her brother, the one that committed suicide, Reed. And then she just came into it, and she talked about how all the other NXT girls that helped her out. She talked about Bailey, Sasha, Paige, all these other girls, these girls that she came in with that really helped her out until she, found her footing in the company. And then they also talked about how, like, great she's improved, how quick and rapid that she's become so great in the ring in under 2 years. Like, how does that happen? How does someone, like, I understand she's a Flair, but, like, she's just so fucking good. And, like, the interview is good. You guys should go check it out. It's on PWI. Go on iTunes and download it. It's free. Get to it. And it was the February 6th episode. I remember it verbatim. Because that is my girl. I love her.
I loved it too. I really liked how she was talking about Sarah Del Rey too, yes. And how it was really good to have a woman's perspective training the girls themselves, because they always had Fit Finley and he was amazing. Right. But like she was saying, it was really good to kind of have a woman's perspective and have like their roles and what they could do to stand out, and I really like that. And I like how she was talking about the time that the girls were given and just all of their characters and whatnot. It was a really good interview.
Yeah, she also mentioned about timing, Nikki, how you brought it up. She said that one thing she hopes is when she gets called up to the main roster, that they're invested in the women's division just how they are in NXT. She says NXT already has that investment in their Divas division, and she loves that. And she just hopes that when she goes up to WWE, up to the main roster, she could revolutionize the Divas division and have the Divas having these lengthy matches. And I really hope and think that Charlotte is the girl that's going to take the Divas to the next level, because she's just so good. Come on. She didn't beat out. It's PWI, Pro Wrestling Illustrator. They're the biggest wrestling magazine out there. And she's won Rookie of the Year out of every wrestler. Not only females, not only males.
Wow.
Everyone, even the guys down at NXT, and it's all voted by. It's voted by the fans. It's not voted by the people that run the magazine. It's all fans. People see, like, how good this girl is. Like, real wrestling smarks and marks, whatever you want to call them. They know, like, this girl is legit. And I really feel like she is going to be that girl that's going to take the division to another level. And then they asked her, like, what do you want when you get to the main roster? Like, what do you want out of it? She said, clearly, the Divas Championship. That's
she's like, well, obviously, the Divas.
Yeah, so that's what she's going for. And I don't know. I just have high hopes for her. And her career looks bright as hell. It is shining bright like a diamond. I love it.
I hope she does well up there, too. I just, like, with this whole rumor about Vince McMahon not liking NXT people, I think he won't hold her back, but I'm just kind of, like, I'm hoping that she doesn't end up like like a Emma, or just, like, floating around not doing well. I know she has the talent to be good, but I'm afraid of what will happen to her.
I don't believe that rumor that Vince McMahon doesn't like NXT superstars, because these NXT superstars are your bread and butter. So for him not to like them is just really stupid.
I just think people think that because it's not his, like, he doesn't have control over the NXT characters and the superstars and the divas down there. It's kind of Triple H's kind of brand.
Yeah.
So I think that's where people are getting that idea from, that he doesn't like them and he doesn't push them well enough because it wasn't his original idea.
You know, the thing is, Vince McMahon doesn't push Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler is one of his guys. So, like, for people to go and say that he's, you know what, honestly, I just feel like he's out of touch. And then when, going back to Triple H's interview, when Stone Cold asked him straight up if he thinks Vince is out of touch, he's like, I don't think he's out of touch. Something with age. Was it Stone Cold who said it? I think it was him.
Yeah.
I listened to so many interviews, you guys. I don't know who's saying what.
Yeah, it was Stone Cold who asked him. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, do you feel that Vince is out of touch?" He's like, "Oh no, he's not out of touch. It's just that he doesn't. He has his vision. We can't really change it." I'm sitting here like he's out of touch.
He's out of fucking touch.
He can't feel anything. Like
his fingers are numb. Let me tell you, he can't feel a thing. But with fucking Triple H, I mean, with the NXT thing, I just feel like he doesn't know these characters. He doesn't watch the product. So when they come up to, like, the main roster and the writers are telling him, this is what we should do with this one, he's like, why? That's stupid. It won't work. Because he doesn't know. I think, like, he needs to sit his ass down and watch NXT. Or somebody needs to put, like, a package together of the superstar or diva and show him, like, this is what they're about and this is how we want to book them. Like, I feel like there needs to be a plan, placed in hand, like almost like a resume when they come up to the main roster and just show like their highlights, like all their matches. You know how people do MVs, you put an MV together and like just something like that and show it to Vince, this is this person, and then have a presentation about it, have the superstar stand there, explain to them their character, have them cut a promo in front of Vince, you know, give them a feel for it and then let them into the main roster. Because if they're coming in with Vince blindsided, he doesn't know who the fuck they are. He's not going to know how to book them. Look at Adam Rose. He like fell right through the pooper scooper. Like he is just garbage now. Like who is he?
And even kind of look at Big E Langston too, how he was brought up and he was a former Intercontinental Champion, but nobody remembers that.
Yeah, now he's a choir singer. Like, come on.
Yeah. Oh, poor guy.
It's just too much.
I just think they need to pull back the reins on Vince. I just feel like even if you did like everything that James said would be a perfect idea, he'd still be like, I don't get it. I don't. Like, he probably looks at the Ascension like, why is there only one eye? Can they not see? Like, I don't see him, like, just getting it. Like, I just think that you need to have Triple H do more booking, because I'm just afraid for every single NXT superstar. You can have the most talented people like Finn Balor and Charlotte come up, and I still feel like it's going to be a fuck up. Like, I'm just afraid for them.
I just hope that after Mania, when Triple H has his match with Sting, he gets off air. I don't want him on TV anymore. I want him backstage working for his peoples, his NXT
I don't even want that match to happen. Jesus.
You know, it's Triple H, though, and I feel like he's gonna... And Sting can still hold the match, somewhat.
No, but I feel like that would be a hot match at, like, WrestleMania, like, 18. That would be a hot-ass match. That'd be, like, fire. Like, this is WrestleMania, 31? Like, I'm over it now. Like,
Gigi, you might be surprised, girl.
I think we're going to be surprised, but I know that they're going to be given so much time, and I'm just going to take it out on the Divas, and I'm not going to be looking forward to that.
Well, that'll be my Pittsburgh match, so.
I hope it's not that long. I hope they get, like, 15 minutes tops. Like, I don't think...
they're getting more than that.
You know, each entrance is going to be, like, 5 minutes, because it's going to be Sting. There's going to be, like, crows everywhere, and Triple H is going to come out with, like, 15 bitches in a fucking crown. Like,
I know. Maybe 20 minutes tops. Come on, it's a 4-hour show. The Divas should at least get 10 minutes. At least 10.
How many? What did they get last year?
I think last year they had like 12 to 14 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully this year they get like at least 10 minutes, and please make it a singles match. Like, I hate this. Oh, every diva gotta be out there at WrestleMania. They all need... No! None of that. No, you gotta work your ass off to get there. I don't want none of that. Like, I want a singles Divas match like how they used to do with Trish and Mickey, fucking Victoria, Jazz, and Lita. Like, six. I don't care if it's a 6 Divas, no more than 6 Divas in that ring, and I don't want no fucking tag match at all. Let's put that belt on the line.
Yeah, I don't want a lumberjill match.
No. I hate that.
I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like if they have like AJ versus Stephanie, we're gonna have lumberjills on the outside.
For what?
Be like, and so AJ can't leave. I will have lumberjills. Like,
no. For what? For what? Why does Rosa Mendez need to go out there? Why does Cameron need to go
Oh,
out
she
there?
needs to keep up
Like,
that boob job. Have you seen Total Divas? Those shits were like.
Oh, I will say she looked cute on Total Divas.
She did. In her confessional, she looks.
She looks good. I'm not a hater on how she looks. She looked really good. I have to say that. But
that push-up bra is doing wonders.
I'm saying is no more swim tops, but her face looked good. But let's talk about not the opposite of Rosa Mendez, young and talented people. So NXT rival. We have a pretty good card. I'm excited. This is the only time I get excited for wrestling is when NXT comes around because their pay-per-views are on fleek. Like, oh my god. So we have Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship, the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship, Charlotte versus Becky versus Sasha versus Bayley, Neville versus Baylor. We have a tag team rematch with the Australian people and whoever, Kalisto. Them, yeah, and Breeze versus Kenta because his new name is still too hard to say for me.
Hideo?
Oh, I thought it was Hideo.
It's Hideo Itami.
I've been calling him Hideo this whole time.
Really?
Yes.
I never caught it.
Oh, God.
I don't know, but I don't know about you guys. I think we all can agree, and I think all the listeners, I am so excited for this freaking special. I feel I'm more excited for it than Fastlane, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. That's all I know. It's gonna be really, really good. All the card looks stacked. I'm excited for Zayn and Owens. Like, I can't wait. Like, Triple H put out a tweet that the best friends make the best rivals. And it's so true. And, like, last week at the end of NXT when they had that nice little promo between the two of them, that was epic. How they showed when they were kids. Like, NXT just knows what the fuck is up. Yeah. Like, they are just so good. And it really got me into this match. How they showed, like, the friendship. Like, the promo was on point. WWE, stop it with these promos coming out on Raw, like the 20... Oh, I also going back to that segment with Triple H, when Stone Cold called them out about that 30-minute opening. I was like, yeah, thank God. I was like, because that is ridiculous. 30 minutes just to set up a main event? Girl, bye. Like, come up, like, put these promo packages. You have all these editors working backstage. They can throw something together, and we can understand what the fuck is going on. Like,
exactly.
Oh.
That would be the best thing to do. Open the show with a very good promo of what happened last week or whatever, and then start the show off with a fun match, then go to a backstage segment, and then maybe have a promo halfway down the show.
Notice that NXT does that? They always do that.
Yep.
And, like, they're, like, NXT is legit, like, where the company needs to be going. But for some reason, old-ass Grandpa Vince does not... He's just so fucking stubborn. And then, like... I really feel like we should just cancel the fucking network. Like, just rile up and just be like, enough is enough. Like, but I know it's hard.
I think the real way to, like, to piss him off is, like, have a show and no one say anything, just complete silence throughout the whole damn show, because they had that one promo they did when it was all like, oh, we need you because you guys bring the excitement. If like a crowd was quiet for a whole entire Raw, shit would just hit the fucking
Or get up and walk out. Like, walk out of an event. I swear to God, one of these days they're gonna go somewhere like Chicago or Philadelphia, and people are just gonna stop walking out. They're gonna walk out. Like, let them put over John Cena again at one of those cities. You'll see what will happen. They'll go ape shit or throw
let
their
him
drinks.
beat Ric Flair's record. Shit will hit the fan.
I would throw garbage into the ring. Throw garbage. I can see that happening soon. Just fans being so frustrated, just throw their trash into the ring.
That used to happen all the time. I was watching some of the old stuff like from WrestleMania, and oh my God, I didn't realize how much garbage everybody threw.
I feel like that shit needs to come back. Like, it really does. Like,
they did to Chris Jericho once, and they threw like DX glow sticks at him.
I remember when Cena threw his shit out to the crowd, they threw it right back at him.
They threw it back at him.
That was classic.
And then one person wiped his ass with it and threw it back. I was not ready.
Those Chicago fans, and like, it's always like Chicago and the East Coast fans. They're so rowdy, but like, it's just passionate fans, and I feel like NXT is just so great. Going back to them, like, Vince really needs to sit down and do his homework. Like, you're really out of touch. I hate to say it, but you are. But I don't know. Somebody else go. I'm over it.
Yeah, I think NXT is just like the better version of WWE. Every time I've never been upset with NXT show. I'm never like, oh, that was like that was bad. Like, it's always good. It's like what, an hour 15 maybe. It never like lags. Every single match is good. There's people who are like fucking up sometimes where it's all like, why are you here?
Right.
Like, but it's overall it's a good show. And then I watch Raw and I'm like sleeping, and then I wake up, I hear Dolph's music, I wake back up, go back to sleep, wake back up, like shit, like. Really, like, sometimes Raw's like the cure for insomnia, then like SmackDown is SmackDown, and you watch Main Event not on Tuesday, but whenever you can fucking catch it on the network.
Let's talk about Main Event for a second. What the fuck? Why isn't that on the network anymore?
Well, I know why.
Like they've been showcasing it on Hulu on fucking Fridays. Like what?
Like, does that make any fucking sense? I paid fucking $10, $9.99 a month for this bullshit. I don't need to be going to Hulu to go watch it. Like,
seriously, I don't even get Hulu, and I pay $11.99 in Canada here, so that's bullshit.
It is bullshit. Like, I want to see my Main Event.
Yeah, WWE's making us go to like illegal sites. I've been watching it on like fucking illegal sites to find Main Event, and then I watch the matches. I'm sitting here like, did I just waste my time?
Isn't Main Event live though, you guys?
It was originally. That's what, but then they've just been taking it off a couple weeks. And one of the listeners, I was talking to her on Twitter, and she's like, "Yeah, they've been doing this for like 2 or 3 weeks now."
Yeah, I noticed because I come home like on Tuesday after all. I'm like, oh, I'm excited. Hopefully, I'll get like a cool little Divas match. Because if you want to see a good Divas match, you're gonna have to watch Superstars. Like Superstars attack my girl Cameron.
Let's talk about the Superstars match real quick.
All right, well, let's please. Cameron. She fucking slayed in that fucking ring when they had her in that ring, and they actually gave the Divas time. That match was so much fun. What did they have Superstars on the network?
Yeah, they do. I think it's on Friday nights.
Good, because she needs to be on there. Because that match was from Superstars, not Main Event, right?
Yeah, Superstars.
That match was good. Emma was great. Naomi was great. Summer was great. I love the pairing of Summer and Cameron. I thought that was classic. Like, a lot of people give this girl shit. Like, especially when we get into Total Divas, for God's sake. You know what? Let's talk about them when we get to Total Divas, because I really want to talk about the NXT girls.
Okay.
Quickly, since we're on NXT. But, I don't know. This pay-per-view is going to be amazing, you guys. I already know it's going to be, and I think we should tweet live throughout it. Don't you think?
I'm going to.
Are you going to watch it live?
Yeah, if my network isn't fucking up.
I think we should. I think it would be fun to talk with the listeners because, I don't know, I just love NXT. I want to do something special with it.
Yeah, let's set that up then. Let's do a little live tweet throughout a takeover. Or what is it?
Rivals.
Yeah, I'll leave my Tumblr because usually just like when it gets to Finn Balor, you just reblog photos of his abs for like 20 minutes. But, yeah.
Do you guys think he's going to come out with the artwork all over his body?
Yes, I think he's going to come out with a different one this time.
Yeah, I love how with WWE, they're going to only do it for like pay-per-views and big events and stuff like that.
Perfect.
I think it's really good, and I think it's something that's going to really bring him over, especially when it comes like to Mania and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could really see him going up far with this gimmick. Like, he digs into himself to come out for serious matches. I really like that. It's a cool little gimmick thing for him.
And I love his entrance, too, with the stage lighting on him and the music.
Yeah.
It's so dramatic. And I also like how he added the armwear on his... What do you call those things? And is it the armwear?
Armbands?
Yeah, the long ones. Are they? I forget what they're called.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual name is.
Armbands. I think they're armbands or whatever. I think Gigi said it right. I love how he wears like basic black ones because it kind of gives you the illusion of it. So when he's like painted up, it still goes with the flow. You know what I mean? It's just that his face is not painted. Yeah, you get what I mean? So I don't know. Whatever he's doing, it's fucking working. That's all I gotta say. And he's a good character. I really, really enjoy him.
I think his match with Neville is going to be one of the... Like, oh my god, all these matches are going to be really good, but I think that one's going to be a standout.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's going to be match of the night. I think Sammy and Owens are going to do good, but I feel like those two are just going to have, like, some crazy-ass spots.
I don't know, man. That main event... I'm here.
I know, it's
Owens.
going to be insane. That main event, I feel like it's going to be very physical.
How do you guys think Solomon Crow's going to debut? Because you guys know I've been waiting so long since the day I heard he got signed for him to debut. That was like a year and a half ago. We were doing that shit show But
it's been a while.
yeah, it's been a while, and like he's finally like getting called up. He's been held back a lot. He's done a lot of dark matches, and I just can't wait to see his character. Like I love the Crow, how they have the Crow popping out and stuff like that. I just want to know what his character is.
Do you think he's going to debut on this little?
That's what they're saying. That's what the rumors are. But
he's probably going to go up against that hippie guy. What's his name?
No, I hope he doesn't go into a match. I hope he doesn't run in maybe to Neville, start a program with Neville, and put over
Balor?
Yeah, Finn. Finn should go over and have Solomon Crow come and distract Adrian Neville. And that could be Adrian Neville can put him over before he goes up to the main roster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so hopefully that's how it happens. Because I'm just so excited for him, and he's such a good wrestler, you guys. He's so good.
I still haven't really seen too much of him. They've been doing these weird promos with him on NXT. Yeah. Like, it's like cutting out, and it's like little images of him, and then it goes back. It's really interesting.
I love it, because you haven't even seen his face yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. I really, really like it, and I'm really invested in him, and I have high hopes for him, so I'm excited. You know, NXT just knows what the fuck they're doing. Like,
I feel like Hideo Itami and Tyler Breeze is going to be a really good match too.
Oh, for sure.
I love them both, and I'm a huge fan of Tyler Breeze. I know some people don't like him, but last week on NXT, how he read Devin when she was trying to interview him, it was just
yeah. He's starting to grow on me now. It's kind of like him and Cameron. It's taking time, but...
Oh, Cameron's growing on you?
Oh.
She's annoying me a little less. Okay. I was watching Total Divas. I'm sitting here like, I still can't deal with this bitch like in real life, but when she's on Raw, I can almost kind of deal with her.
Because it's her character. I get you. I don't know, but wait, going back to Breeze, Breeze, for me, he's missing something. And I feel like he needs to be paired with a diva. A lot of people are saying that girl Lavanya that they had a couple of specials ago that helped him out with him, put on his coat or whatever she did it. I really feel like he should be paired with Eva Marie. Everybody says that Eva Marie needs to go down to NXT. Do you remember Kiwi and Paisley and WCW?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really...
I don't remember Kiwi.
You don't remember Kiwi? He had like the pink hair, and he was with Charmel at the time. You know Charmel, she was Paisley at the time.
Yeah.
They were together. I really feel like their characters are kind of similar, even though he's like the more modern era. And I really feel like with the whole selfie thing, like Eva Marie is the queen of selfies in the WWE with her Instagram. Like she has over 1 million followers. She's always doing the kissy face and all that shit. I really could have seen Eva Marie in the back of Tyler Breeze while he's getting interviewed, taking selfies of herself, and then like Devin can ask Eva a question and Eve can just ignore her. You know what I mean? And he's like, "Oh, don't talk to her. She's busy right now. She's being gorgeous." Da, da, da. You know, he needs that. He needs like someone to feed off of. And I feel like Eva Marie, even she's stale. She don't say much. She's a model. She has all the stereotypes that you say about a pretty girl. Oh, she's just the looks. They need to go by that. They need to go with it. And I really feel like it could help her out. And just have her come out and be his manager. Have her down at NXT. She can train while she's down there. Like, it goes hand in hand. They can film her in Total Divas down there. You know what I mean? It's like...
It'd be perfect. And it would get Tyler Breeze more heat as well, too, because the NXT crowds can't stand the poor girl.
I know. And when he's out there, they chant, Total Diva, Total Diva. I'm like, hello. Like... Let's pair him up with Eva Marie, and Eva Marie can be the key to get him onto the main roster. I know a lot of people are like, Eva Marie, who is she to bring anybody over to the main roster? She has a big following. They are so high on her in the main roster. She's perfect for him. Perfect. Like, all they gotta do is just do it. That's it.
I love that, because he needs some eye candy.
Yes, he needs, and like he's so feminine, and I don't think like the gimmick is gonna go over on the main roster. Look at Fandango. Fandango will only work because of Summer Rae. That's the only reason.
Well, it kind of like, do you remember Goldust and Marlena?
Yeah, that worked.
How Goldust, a lot of the fans were not invested with him, but that's why they had the sex appeal with Marlena with him, and I feel like that could be the modern era with Eva Marie and Tyler Breeze.
Exactly.
Because I know a lot of, because my brother's military, so I know a lot of his friends when we were watching NXT, and they seen Tyler Breeze with his furry boots and selfies. They're like, what is this guy? Like, making fun of him and stuff like that. But if they have a beautiful girl by his side, I think it would be perfect.
It will be perfect because then when he gets into the ring, he's really aggressive, and then you'll be like, oh shit, because he is aggressive. He can work.
Oh yeah, he's an amazing worker. He was trained by Ant Storm actually.
He's so good. He's so good. So him and Eva, come on, WWE, you got to do it. They have to.
And maybe that can give Eva some more personality too.
It really
working
could,
with him, because he's really good on the mic.
She need it.
Like, she doesn't even need to talk. That's what I'm saying. Like, with that gimmick, all she needs to do is I could just picture her. She could get a nice case for her iPhone, you know what I mean? And just take pictures of herself. Like, that's her thing. It's a great gimmick.
I would love the pairing. How it would work is to have, like, Eva backstage with a couple girls and Tyler Breeze kind of see them and be like, excuse me, uggos. And, like, be fixated on her and be like, wow. You are gorgeous, kind of thing.
Yeah, it could work.
She's as gorgeous as he is, and that they can kind of parallel that way. I think that would be perfect.
It really would, and they're both former models. Breeze used to be a model his damn self. It's like, come on, it's a shoe.
Come on, let's go.
Eva would still fuck it up somehow. Like, we would be watching NXT and, like, she's taking selfies, but the phone screen is black. I feel like
she'll forget how to press the button or something.
I don't think she'll fuck up her phone. That bitch is always on her phone.
They need to test it out on, like, the NXT live shows that they do, like, in Florida. Like, see how she does there, like, because I don't want her to come up and, like, she's still, like, fucking up. And she just needs to be, like, taking selfies at ringside. I don't want her to be like Lana, where she's trying to, like, engage in the match. Like, just be focused on you. Because I feel like she'd be like, come on. Oh, what's his name? Chris Breezy, let go.
Chris Breezy.
I feel like she would still fuck something up. Like, I don't know.
It's okay. Like, she could be ditzy and dumb. Like, either way, I feel like, because I thought about Breeze for a while. Remember that day I sent you guys it in the chat? I was just watching Breeze in the ring, and I'm just like, he needs something. And I was just like, Eva Marie would be so good with him, because I was thinking of that red hair and him being a blonde, her being tall and tan, and being, like, it would work.
I would love, after the matches, he could take a selfie with her down there posing with them.
Yeah, it would be so perfect. You know what I mean? And, like, it's just a great gimmick for her, because she already kind of does that, because her whole career is just Instagram. That's all you see of Eva Marie. Instagram and Total Divas. And, it's just what she needs. And you know what? I feel like Eva Marie would be so down for this. She would be so down for it. Like, the whole Fandango thing when she tried to become Fandango's dancer, and then she lied and said that she could dance. But, girl, you can take a selfie. We know you can. 'Cause that's all you do. And, it would be so great. And because a lot of people give her shit, but I still see purpose for her in the business. I really do. And this is just a way to get her in there. It's all about booking, and WWE is just garbage at their booking. They can't book anybody. So what makes them think they're going to be able to book Eva Marie?
They really dropped the ball with her, too, especially when she had so much heat early on. And they could have done so much with the girl, but they never did anything.
Yeah. Like,
I think she helped drop the ball, too, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. They didn't trust her,
like,
obviously.
Okay, Nick, you know how you said, like, Tyler Breeze could have came and picked her up? Remember that day that she had her debut match on NXT when they booed the shit out of her? They should have knew that the fans were going to boo her, because they usually have a feeling of how the fans are. They could have set up Tyler to come out and be like, ooh, who is she? Even though did she win that match? I think she did win.
No, she lost it. Bailey kicked her ass.
Oh, yeah. He could have had him come out and pick her up. He's like, it doesn't matter. You're still beautiful. And then they could have put them together then. It's like, come on. I don't know. And then again, Gigi talking about the live shows, how they tested out, made me think of Carmella, how they tested her out with Enzo Amari and Big Cass. I was wondering about them. You know how they gave Wesley and the other one the belts? I'm like, why is it Enzo and Cass wrestling for these belts? I'm like, the fans love them. They're so over down at NXT, but I see why they gave Wesley and Blake the belts, because nobody knew who the fuck they were, so they needed a quick impact just to get them in the tag team division quickly. So I'm just ready for Enzo Amari and Kaz and them to get involved with the title picture, and I feel like it's kind of overdue now.
I think they will, though. I think it's maybe at the next tapings, because I have a feeling Kalisto and Sin Cara are heading out of NXT.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like the Vaudevillains as well, I feel like they're going to stay down there and they can feud with Enzo and Big Cass. That'd be a good feud.
Yeah, I think Big Cass and Enzo are the only ones that have a gimmick that could work on main roster, because the Vaudevillains, that shit couldn't get over if they gave it a goddamn, like, fucking
no. I'd
trampoline.
Like together, but it's just... The gimmick, like you said, Gigi, is just not going to get over main roster.
I never liked it.
Like, who the fuck are these guys? Like,
never liked it. I I never liked it at all. I never got it. I still don't get it. I don't get it. I feel like they work well together. I like their moves together. They have a nice moveset, but they just need to come up with that gimmick. They need to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get back to the drawing board.
Yeah, and Enzo reminds me of like a young John Cena when he was first on SmackDown with like his mic skills, but like better wrestling. But yeah, he's good. So leaving NXT, anything else you guys want to say about the big match that the big night we're gonna have?
No, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I think we covered everything. I just know that it's gonna be worth the watch. Like, you're not going to fall asleep during this.
Like, I'm going to fall asleep during Raw tonight. But again, going on to the opposite of NXT, we have Big Show, old, just very old. And Nikki brought this up, so would you like to explain the story again of Big Show being a big queen?
Yeah, I have it up here right now anyway. So apparently today, it's, what is today? February 9th?
Yes.
Yes, so apparently today, Big Show was allegedly involved in an altercation with a man in Columbus, Ohio. This guy named DJ Quicksilver, who just so happens to work security, like as a security officer where Big Show's bus was parked, and it was around 4 a.m., so he just went over he knocked on his window to tell them that he needed to move out of the way or whatever. And so anyway, this guy's tweeting and he's like, wow, just got screamed at and some F-bombs thrown at WWE's Big Show. Stay classy, bro. Hashtag lost respect. And he tagged Vince and Stephanie. And he says, so much for WWE's anti-bullying campaign. I've been a fan for wrestling for 25 plus years, and my first interaction up close is I get called names. And this is a mixed emotions. Big Show incident this morning from folks entertaining to read, but and this isn't a publicity stunt. And then some woman asked him what was going on, and what did he say? And he said he got yelled at, and he was just telling him to move his bus, and he was just screaming at him, saying that he left dents in his bus. So Big Show's just not having it.
The angry giant in the little bus. You know what? This is what I have to say about it. Big Show's probably having a bad day. He's human. Somebody's banging on your door, telling you, move your truck. You can't be parked here. You gotta cuss them out. Point blank, period. And then you're gonna go tweet and call him a bully because he cussed you out. Now he's a bully. I'm just so over everybody being called a bully. Now, and I feel like it's like the Salem witch trial. Oh, witch! Like, and then you gotta hang them. Now you call somebody a bully, it's the end of the world. I'm like, come on. I think it's a bunch of nonsense. The same shit with Orton when he called that girl a pig. Like, you are a pig. It's like, come on. Like, to me, I'm like, Big Show just cussed out this little guy, this grown-ass man. You're gonna go run to his boss and tell them so much for your bully. I was bullied by the Big Show. He yelled at me. I'm a fan. Grow up. You're a little bitch. That's all I gotta say. I would have been like, fuck you, Big Show. I would have got into a fight with him right then and there. And then I would have cashed in. Cash money. All about the ching-a-ling. Hashtag Cameron. Like, no, I'm not gonna go in. And let me tell you something, boy with the bus. Let me tell you, Big Show is still gonna be on Raw tonight. He's gonna be doing something with Roman Reigns. He's gonna be chilling. So you're a non-motherfucking factor. That's it.
I just find it funny how Big Show, you always kind of hear stories of him getting in altercations with fans and backstage people and like being aggressive, and he really does fit the mold for that big angry giant.
I can just picture him in that belt like, who the hell is that?
I think it was probably right after a show, right? So he's sleeping, it's 4 a.m. in the morning, and this guy's knocking on the window. Yeah. But I think it's a little dramatic saying he dented his window in and
I can't.
Getting in his face. But, oh my god, I'd be so intimidated with Big Show coming at me, yelling at me. I'd be ready for the knockout punch, I'd
be wanting to knock me out, and then I wake up, it's like, no, I'm not suing, but I want free tickets to every single WrestleMania for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And then I'll listen to me. Like, you guys are going to put me on the booking team, okay? Or I'm going to sue the shit out of this company. And I would tell them straight up. Straight up. You guys are going to have Charlotte debut at WrestleMania, okay?
You know what? That's what we should do. Next time we ever go to a live event, just slip and hurt yourself. And then that would be our demands to get backstage. You know what? I won't sue. Just let us work for head of creative for the Divas and we'll be okay.
Yeah. I'll be like, I have 6 people who are very qualified to work for you. They can come with me. I have a whole team. If you want to know more about us.
2 weeks later, freaking Jaymes is gonna be in Brad Maddox's like dressing room. It's gonna go terrible.
Oh my god! Speaking of him,
Brad's gonna be like WWE champion. John Cena's gonna be somewhere unemployed. Like
I wouldn't make Brad WWE champion. I feel
you would make him Intercontinental.
Yes. I'm very realistic.
Oh, we have to start off small.
I'm realistic. He will never become WWE heavyweight champion. I'm realistic. I am a fan of his, but I know where he stands. But Intercontinental all day. He would be like the Ziggler. You know, the position that they want to keep Ziggler in, that's the position Brad needs to be in, and Ziggler needs to be on a higher level. That's it. But they're so stupid. I just miss him. I miss my boo.
I miss Randy and AJ.
Oh, God. Gigi, Gigi pisses me off. We be in the chat, right? I'm chilling, having a good day, and then I go and look at Brad's Instagram, I look at his tweets, and I'm like, oh, I miss him, and he'll put out a video, and then Gigi, where is Randy? Where is AJ? I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck
put out
up.
a person's report.
It's because, it's like people who actually got pay-per-view checks and gave me life at some point in their careers are gone now. Like, Brad, the only thing he's giving me is, like, wetness when he comes out with his like big old booty and like perfect chiseled face and arms. Like
he is just beautiful. He's really put into work. Like his body's on point, his face is on point. He's working on his promo skills.
Yeah, but those pay-per-view checks ain't on point. That's all I care about.
It's alright.
So.
He's still got a house. And he's still got that ass. So I'm good. I don't know. I love Brad. I just want him to do well. I really do. He's a great talent.
He will do well if he starts making videos with goddamn Frozen dolls. I'm sitting here like, this boy ain't got shit to do. Like.
He ain't got nothing to do, Gigi. That's why he's making these videos. He's trying to do something. Like, with all the fucking contracts that you're signed in, you can't go on off to do other projects. You're just a sitting duck. What are you going to do? WWE won't let him do anything else.
I wonder if he's worked on a character or anything.
I'm sure he's pitched so many things. You know what I mean? Like, if you really think he's sitting home...
Very talented, yeah.
If you think he's really sitting home playing his Xbox One and just making YouTube videos and not contacting them, you're crazy. Because he really wants to be back on the main roster. Who doesn't? He wants to be on the road. I'm sure he's pitched stuff. It's just another case of WWE not giving a fuck. They're more worried about putting John Cena on main events every other pay-per-view. It's like... It's annoying.
Hashtag bring back Randy 2K15.
No, Randy can wait a little bit. Like, come on. Ooh, I listened to another podcast. I don't know who it was. Oh, I think was it Cole Cabana? Who was it? I can't remember. I listened to too many. Well, somebody shaded Randy Orton, girl.
Oh.
Saying that they said that the way that they're booking Roman Reigns, having him read off a script. He's like, some people like it like Randy Orton, but look at what it's done for his career. That guy has no passion. Like, when he gets on the microphone, he falls flat. And I was like, that is true. Randy Orton's not a good talker at all. I never thought he can cut a good
He has moments. Like,
sometimes.
very rare moments.
What I
like
always
once
say,
every 10 years.
He's very basic and very limited.
Yeah, what I always say, like, when I'm watching it with somebody, when I see Randy talking, he always talks so quickly, it's like he's trying not to forget his line.
That's what they were saying.
He just goes super quickly and really deep, and then he starts yelling. So.
They said that he likes to reach his bullet points, and that's all he does so the other wrestlers can know when to talk. Like, they give him, like, points, like, where to get to, so he rambles on through them just to get to that point. So the other wrestler can come in and speak, because Randy Orton is all about bullet points, because he can't cut a promo in front of a live crowd. I'm like, he's been wrestling for almost 11 years now, and he still hasn't got that down, and they were all, like, saying that that's why he's not on that John Cena status, because I throw shade at John Cena all the time, but he can cut a good promo. He really can.
Oh, yeah.
That he can do. But when it comes to wrestling, he's stale. Like,
he's generic.
Yeah, it's so basic. That's why I'm not a fan. But with Randy, that was, like, legit shade. I'm like, this guy, and this is the guy that they put the belt on 11 times. I'm like, When you have people like Brad Maddox who can cut a promo, who can wrestle, but you don't want to do anything with him, and then you have fangirls like Gigi, where is he? Where is he? You ain't helping, bitch.
Well, I'm sorry. I missed a tanned, muscular man that can't really talk but can wrestle his ass off. Okay.
Yeah, Randy's a good worker. I'll never take that away from him. His matches are always entertaining. He barely ever botches. Barely. I can't remember the last time I seen Randy Orton botch in a match. You can't.
No, I think it was WrestleMania when he fell on that monitor. Ooh.
Oh, well,
yes.
yeah, it just looked brutal, but I'm saying, like, something, like, so noticeable that you're like, oh my god, Randy
Oh,
Orton fucked
yeah.
up. Like, he's not like The Miz, for God's sake. Oh my god.
Jesus.
He's gonna kill
Just
someone in that ring.
not catching anything, but he can catch all this shade, I swear.
Did you guys listen to Damian Sandow's interview with Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
That was so interesting. I like that one.
It was.
Mm-hmm. I forgot what topic we're on. We just went off topic.
Yeah. Well, we have one quick one. We found out that Rikishi is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. We're going to find out tonight on Raw.
He is?
Thoughts?
Yeah, he's the new inductee.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh, I'm excited.
I know, me too. I love Rikishi.
I love Rikishi. It's well deserved. Well deserved. Congratulations.
He was my favorite wrestler as a kid. I loved Rikishi. I loved the stink face.
Oh my
I
god!
loved the dancing. I loved the music. Everything about Rikishi. The blonde hair. He was just so entertaining, and I'm just so happy to see him going in the Hall of Fame this year.
I love how Chris Jericho named his stink face. I thought that was cool. But yeah, hell yeah, he well deserved. I wonder who's gonna induct him. I wonder if it's gonna be his sons. And
probably.
I also liked when the Usos talked when they had that interview with Jericho, and they talked about, you know how they do that running side thigh thing to the face on the bottom turnbuckle, and the announcers always go shades to their father Rikishi, and they were like, no, that's Umaga, their uncle.
Yeah,
I really like that they want the fans to know that. I don't know, I just love that family. I really do. And Naomi being added into it, like, she's just fun with that. Did you I can't wait to talk about Total Divas. But yeah, congratulations, Rikishi. Well deserved.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't wear the thong at the ceremony, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I'm just excited for the promo packages we're gonna get for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Moving on, we've been waiting to talk about this one. Total Divas last night was absolute drama. I think it was a pretty good episode. There's always that one segment where you get to it's kind of boring, but I think everyone was pretty good. Natty and her issues with Tyson and trying to go into a fumigated house. Then we had Brie and Nikki, and Brie and Dan are using the pull-out method. Shit that I don't need to know about my wrestlers. And Nikki's pissed off, and she's trying to figure out how much money can she rake in by herself, just as Nikki Bella, not the Bella twins. And then we had my favorite, Rosa, Cameron, and Foxy all go on a little trip together, and it's shade fest between Foxy and Cameron because these are two bitches that don't like each other. So, what did you guys think of this episode?
Go ahead, Nick.
I really enjoyed this episode, and usually, like you were saying, in Total Divas, there's always that moment or that segment where you're just like, oh, fuck. Like, here's another Cameron segment, or here's another Eva segment, or the Bella Twins again. But all of the kind of storylines on this episode were entertaining to me, and I want to talk about... Let's talk about Cameron and the girls first, because I want to get your opinion on that too, James, and your too, Gigi, because I loved it. That was the most entertaining. Every time all those girls came on, I was watching it with my mom last night. I was like, oh, God, these girls just did not like each other, and I liked how it was just very subtle going back and forth, and how Rosa was just trying her best to try to distract them or try to get in the middle and failing miserably. But yeah, I was definitely Team Alicia on this one.
Yep.
You know, this was probably my favorite episode throughout the whole series, honestly. I thought it was so entertaining. And thank God for Fox. Fox is a breath of fresh air on this fucking Total Divas. And, like, she's just been so needed on this show, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, with the whole Cameron thing, I seen both sides of the Divas. Cameron has a strong personality, and it's not for everyone. And, like, when she told Alicia Fox, like, you get ghetto like a white girl. Like, I can see how Alicia was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't know me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can see why Alicia Fox got frustrated with it. And then I can understand how Cameron wanted to make amends with Alicia Fox because, Alicia is fucking phenomenal. And there's nothing that Cameron can say about it. And she didn't because she knows that she praised Alicia. She's like, you're really good, blah, blah, blah. I want to get onto that level where I can work with you. Because when you work with Alicia, you're having a great match, period. And Cameron, as much shade as that girl gets, and Alicia Fox, girl, you are so shady. When Cameron's like, I went down to NXT to get better. Alicia Fox like, yeah, well, you needed it. I was like,
I was starting where you were going to be a liability in the ring.
I said, ooh, Alicia Fox. I was like, I love her. But like going on with Cameron, like a lot of people throw her shade, right? This girl wants to be better. She wants to work with top divas like Alicia Fox who work great in the ring. You know what? And throughout that whole shade, the elephant in the motherfucking room was Rosa when they were talking about bitches that don't know how to fucking wrestle. Because I would, if I was Alicia Fox, I'd be like this. Oh, I'm terrible, and I would look Rosa up and down. I would have just
they're good friends, though.
They are good friends. I know Cameron and Rose are friends, too, but if it was me and Fox going at it, and Fox was telling me I needed NXT and blah, 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 I would look at Fox and be like, excuse me? And then I would look at Rose and look her up and down. I'd be like, just look at who you're standing next to coming after me. And then, no, but, you know, it was just so shady. I think Rosa Mendez, you know, I throw so much shade at her, I just did, but I thought she looked gorgeous this episode. I loved the outfit when her and Fox were shopping. She had that nice top. Her boobs looked good. Her hair looked good. And then she said that she got mistaken for Eva Longoria. And I was like, I can see that. I can see that. A little bit. Don't get too crazy, but I can see it. And
so,
I didn't see it.
Did she say Sofia Vergara's as well?
Yeah.
And she tried to do that accent, which was horrible.
Who did I say? Didn't I say Sophia?
I think you said,
No, you said it.
what's her name?
I don't know. We'll go back to the tapes. But that's who I meant, Sofia Vergara. Like, she tried to say that she got mistaken for her or whatever. But I love that. I love how they went to the clubs together. I thought it was cool. I thought that was fun. And then Cameron going on a girls trip and then you're going to bring your boyfriend? Sit the fuck down. I hate bitches who do that. When you hit up your friend. I hate that. Like I have a bunch of girlfriends, right? I rarely hang out with them, rarely. But when I do, I'm like, you know, they want me to go out with them, whatever, I'll go. And then when one of them brings their boyfriend, it just makes it so awkward because I'm that friend that will ask you about your sex life. And then when your boyfriend's in there, it's mad awkward. You know what I mean? It's
okay, so you're the Nikki Bella. Oh, so you're pulling out or using condom?
Oh, well, I love
over dinner.
I would, I'm definitely Nikki Bella. I would ask. I have no shame. Everybody has sex. Come on, we're all human. But, like, the whole Foxen thing, I love. And then when Fox tried to say that, like, the only reason why is because she thought Cameron was going to take her spot. And I'm like, Fox, girl, bye. Come on. Cameron?
Insecurity girl.
Yeah. I was like, come on. No.
Same.
She is not on your level. You do not need to worry about that.
For real.
And then when she said that, I was sitting here like, really, Fox? Like, I was just afraid she was going to come for my spot because I'm sitting here like, Cameron can't come for anything. Cameron can't come for herself. She's so slow. Like, Jesus.
Honestly, I don't think that was the real reason. I honestly just think she finds her really annoying.
Yeah.
She doesn't like hanging out with her.
Me too.
And I found this really weird too because I didn't know, when did Rosa and Cameron become friends all of a sudden? Because wasn't it when Rosa was fucking breaking down backstage, Eva and Cameron were like laughing at her and like giving her side glares the whole time?
No, I think that was Rose. I think that was Emma. Wasn't it Emma?
No, wasn't it Eva and Trinity?
Yeah, and Natty.
Oh, yeah.
And Natty.
Talking about getting the popcorn.
Talent, gotta get some popcorn. I died. That's one of my favorite Toadie moments. But yeah, the only part that I found funny here was whenever they were comparing themselves to celebrities and then the waitress was all like, told Cameron, Halle Berry. I'm saying like, this bitch is trying to get the fattest tip because she knows she lying right now. Really? And she's like, oh yeah, and then people tell me Nicki Minaj. I'm sitting here like, oh Lord, Jesus, no.
And then when Fox said a bootleg Nicki Minaj.
And then she tried to come for Alicia. She's like, yes, stank Rihanna. I'm sitting here like, oh God, the way she said stank. I'm sitting here like, bitch, don't come for Alicia. Like, if you, like, put them next to each other and told guys which one would you rather bang, like, it's gonna be Alicia 9 times out of 10. Let's not.
I, like, you know, throughout that whole argument, Rosa trying to, like, try to be the olive branch, she was like, are you texting a boy? And then Fox was like, I'm texting my mom. And then she's like, no, when I text my mom, I text her like this. And then when I text a boy, I like, you know, I can see why they're friends with Rosa. Because Rosa, to me, she was fun. She's really funny. She was funny. And then when Fox said something about Indocanda, she's like, what kind of Indocanda? I was like, this bitch. And then when they went shopping together, and Fox is like, yeah, keep walking. Walk all the way out the door.
They were posing and people were at the doors and the windows.
I can see why they want to hang out with Rosa because Rosa is fun, and now I get it with Rosa. Like, they don't give a fuck about her wrestling. She's just their friend, so I can understand that. But the girl's still garbage. But like, come on.
That's one thing I like about Rosa.
So she's not.
Go ahead, Nikki.
Oh, I said, is that a little bit of praise we're hearing from Rosa, Jaymes?
Yeah, she, like, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I only throw shade on her when she really just does it for me. Like, a couple of episodes ago, I couldn't stand her because she was doing shows. But, like, they were just having fun. They were out of work. This was a whole environment out of work, because I noticed every time Rosa rubs me the wrong way, it has to do with her work and her career. Because I feel like she doesn't take it as seriously as she should. And then when I see her out having fun and chilling and stuff like that, I was like, she's a fun chick. I can see why Fox and Paige they're really high on her. So, she's like a little baby dove. Like, you got to take care of her, nurture her. Like, she really is. But
yeah, that's the one thing I like about Rosa, because she could be an instigator if she wanted to, but she's not, because I was sitting here like, how could she not stirring the pot right now between these two bitches? But yeah.
Notice how she's always in between the biggest cat fights, like, ever.
Yeah.
Like
she Natty and Summer.
Yeah, when Summer got dragged by Natty. Oh my god! You know what?
She's always in the middle of a mess. Like,
what happened? What happened to the scene where Fox gets something and throws it into the pool? They didn't.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Okay, I was about to bring that up. Like, they didn't even show that. I really think it's WWE, and they don't want to have like something like, oh, Alicia Fox, like she's the #1 chick they put on Be a Star, and then she's like throwing people's phones into the pool.
I know. I want to know. Maybe it's another episode, another pool scene, because and then she's like, she hates me with a butter knife, and then.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So hopefully it's something else. I hope.
I hope so too. I didn't like how they resolved the issue in like a matter of 20 minutes.
I don't think it's done. That's the thing. I don't think it's done. I think there's more to it, and I hope there is, because they didn't even hug. When Cameron's like, Fox is like, I would hug you, but I don't want to throw up. I was like, Fox is shady. She is so shady.
And then Cameron just says, she's like, okay. I'm sitting here like, yeah, it's not done.
No, it's not done at all. And they need to keep this going. They really do. Total Divas need more drama, and Cameron brings the drama. And I love Cameron. Everybody, I don't give a fuck who hates on her. The girl's in the ring. She's improving. On Total Divas, she's entertaining. She ain't going anywhere. WWE clearly likes her, so I'm here for her.
I tolerate Cameron at this point.
I'm glad. Wow, this is something new. Gigi said something nice about Cameron. I said something nice about Rosa.
Parallel universe here.
I know. Oh my god.
It's 2015, guys. We're growing as
we
people.
are. Well, the divas are starting to improve, I guess. The personality, I guess, is starting to showcase, I guess. I don't know.
Well, let's not get too far, because we're about to go into the Bella Twins, and they can start to regress very easily. But we had them, and I guess the whole big thing with their thing was Brie. They're like at this vegan like shopping place, and like Nikki's looking at condoms, and she's like, "Oh my god, like they're vegan, you should use them." And then Brie's like, "Oh, we don't use condoms, we do the pull-out method." These bitches. And then Nikki is just like, "Oh, you can't do that. We have a career to worry about. Look at all this merch we're getting. It's the most merch ever." I'm sitting here like, let's calm down. Like, no, it's not the most merch ever for a diva. It's because there's two of you, not one. And then Nikki's all like going to people saying, "Oh, I'm just worried about how I'm going to do myself by just being Nikki Bella by myself. Because, last time it happened, I got my ass beat. So I don't know." So what did you guys think of this whole Nikki, Brie, pull out semen situation? I was just like,
I think Nikki, if Brie gets pregnant, it's a blessing in disguise. It's going to do wonders for your career. So you should be over there putting her on top of Daniel Bryan and bringing her up and down and trying to get the bitch pregnant, or jerk off Daniel Bryan into a cup and shove it up your sister's pussy.
Oh my
God. She needs to... No, like, they need to be separated. They really do. I feel like she's holding... You know what? It's not even... I don't even know. Brie is just terrible at acting as a heel. She's better off as a babyface. They need to separate them. Have Brie be a babyface with the yes thing. Put her with Daniel. Then Brie will shine. Keep Nikki as a heel. Put her with the Authority. Then she'll shine. Separate them. They're twins. They're not Siamese twins. They don't have to be together. And it's just so annoying. And then for Nikki to even think that she needed her sister, kind of like, it made me lose a little bit of respect to her, to be honest. Like, I lost some respect, because I'm like this, I feel like you stand out. Like, it just shows, like, what do you think about yourself? You know what I mean? Like, you really need your sister. You don't need her.
She wasn't confident in herself that she could do it alone.
I know. So, like, me, I am a fan of Nikki. I like her. I enjoy her in the ring. Can she get some work? Of course. All the divas can. But I feel like out of the Bella Twins, she's the strongest one. So, I'm just like, no, you don't need her. She needs you. So, if you're the one that's pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And then for Brie to get upset that she's in her business, I'm like, Brie, shut the fuck up. That's calling the kettle black, because you're the one in her fucking business. business with her boyfriend, and now you're gonna get mad because she's telling you something that might affect her career. Which she's right, it could affect her career because WWE is just shady. You don't know which way they're gonna go. But her bringing up the conversation in front of Daniel Bryan is a little embarrassing and awkward for Brie. I can see why Brie was a bit like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's the conversation we have between sisters in a car driving shopping. Right. Like, that's not during dinner table when my man is sitting here. Like I said earlier, I don't like when girls bring their boyfriends around because then I can't have that conversation with my friend. So that's what I'm saying. When Nikki just didn't give a fuck. She's just like, whatever. No. She's like, oh, it's just Daniel. And then like Brie was like, oh, I just lost my appetite. And then Daniel just reaches over into her plate. He's like, whatever, fuck it. He's like, eating his food. And then I love when he shaded Nikki and said her boobs were 2 rocks. I love his relationship with Nikki. I love how he doesn't take Nikki seriously at all. At all. Nikki is just like a clown to him. Like
he makes fun of her a lot for being realistic too, which I find funny.
I think it's so funny, and I really think that they should bring them. If they're gonna keep the Bellas together, they should let them be with their men on TV. Like, because I like a lot of people like, oh, another Bella drama. I enjoy the Bella drama. I really do. I like it. I think they're entertaining. I think they're funny, and I don't know. I just like it. And then Brie talking about the fucking all natural condoms at the feet. I was like, Brie, that's just too much. I know you love the earth. Just go to fucking CVS and get yourself a pack of Trojans and call it a fucking day. Like, come on.
I don't get that though. That was what kind of interested me was when she's like, oh yeah, we don't use condoms, we're married now, we don't need to do that. But it's like she's ready to have a baby, so it's like, is Brie gonna be leaving anytime soon? Like, I don't know. It was a lot of questions, and like I agreed with Nikki being concerned, but I didn't like how she went when she brought it up in front of Daniel over dinner, and then actually going to their boss and talking about that. Like, I think that was kind of a low blow. Like, she could have easily just talked to him about her own merch, her individual merch, and not bring up, well, what if one of the Bellas is pregnant? And because at the end he's like, yeah, tell your sister to get in contact with me. We have to have a conversation about this. So it's like she got her in shit for something that doesn't have to do with work right now. So I don't know. I just didn't really like that. But come on, Brie, fucking get on birth control, have a condom, do something if you're not wanting your baby at this moment.
Right.
Get your shit together. Like, and then she's like, I kind of want baby fever, and I feel like you do too, Brian. And he's like, I would love for you to have a kid now. So it's like, I got where Nikki was coming from. She's like, we've worked so hard to finally get to this point in our career, and you're just gonna go have a kid now, like, because you're married? It's like, no, girl.
And it's not like a direct, like, I'm having a baby or I'm not having a baby. It's just I could have a baby. And that leaves, like, Nikki in limbo, you know? Like, she's just like, all right, so should I push myself alone, or should I focus more on the Bella merch or something? I'm like, no.
She's too focused on them as a unit. It's like, girl, you're your own wrestler. She's not wrestling out there for you. Exactly. She's not there cutting out your promos for you. Good God. So she needs to have more confidence in herself. It's like, Nikki, you can.
Did you guys see the time they had? I would not have confidence in myself if I was Nikki. Okay? Did you see? We saw the fucking feud. We saw the Jerry Springer. We saw it.
Oh gosh.
Was that prior?
I'd be like, oh my God, we need each other, Jesus, because I can cut half the promo, you can cut the other half. You say one word, I say the other. Maybe some emotion.
Right, Nick. Right.
I don't know. Like, Nikki just needs to.
We saw Raw last week. Didn't it like cut off when they were trying to do their goddamn promo when they were on commentary? Even Skype, they were like, no. Sky Sports was like, no, bitch, no.
Yeah, I was watching it, and the Bellas, as soon as they started talking,
what happened?
My TV went out.
What happened?
On at least I was watching on a Sky Sports stream, and I was like, and they were talking, and it was just like it just got done, and they're like, oh yeah, hashtags they're like really long, and then like and it's like Sky Sports cut, and it was like, we will be back in a few moments. I'm saying, you're like, damn, even Sky Sports don't want to do what they should.
Oh, I seen the whole thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're just so dry on the commentary. It's not even funny. When divas should be on commentary, are like Lana and AJ, like divas that can actually talk, and then to put these girls, they're just being exposed. So I don't know.
They needed though, because I will give constructive criticism. I think really what Nikita's whole thing was, I think low-key was she also, because like Brie is married now and then she's thinking about having kids too. Nikki's probably sitting here like, this bitch is going to have 2 things I can't have? No, bitch, don't get pregnant yet. No, I think it's low-key that also just like, okay, you can have marriage and then I have to deal with you being pregnant when I can't be pregnant and then you're going to have a baby and I'm going to have to be an aunt to a dog and a baby too? No, bitch.
Didn't she bring that up too? Brie, like, went over dinner. She's like, the only reason why you're doing this is because you can't have this.
Yeah, she's like, oh, you're such a hypocrite. And then she's like, I sacrificed all I wanted for a man I loved. All of this. I was like, wow. But I like when she shaded her. She's like, what are you going to do? You're going to pass the bottle to your kid and then give it to someone backstage and go have a match? I was like, what are you going to bring them state to state? I was like, yeah, there's other things she's going to think about. But I was like, if any diva can do it, I think Brie would be the first diva to have a baby and come back. I really still
There's a lot of the TNA knockouts. That's what they do. So
yeah, but TNA has a lighter schedule. I think TNA has a way lighter schedule. So
yeah, that's true.
But I could see Nikki. I could see Brie doing it though. Maybe not on. I mean Brie. Maybe not full time. But I can see her coming back as, Brian's wife and come in a couple of spots, get into a program with a diva, you know what I mean? And then go back out. Her mom will help her for sure. She has family.
And then Total Divas will cover all that too, I imagine.
Yeah, and then she'll be a Total Diva with a mom, juggling a career. She's a working mom, but it's just so tough with traveling. So
the Total Mom.
I don't know. Yeah, and Total Divas will be her main priority. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
She can do it. I feel like she would be the first diva to be.
And I think we need a break from Brie Bella too.
We do, and Nikki needs to shine. And I
need a break from both of them.
And Brie even said, like, I've done it all already. I've been Divas champion. I've had the biggest match of my career, like my highest point. I had my SmackDown, my SummerSlam match with Stephanie McMahon. What else is there for Brie to do? Well, she's been champ. She's had a match with the boss's daughter. It's like, she's ready. She's ready to have a kid. So I say, like, in a year or year and a half, Brie's going to have a kid. And Nikki, don't even worry. It'll be just fine. And trust me, it'll be even bigger and better for you. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If the promos get bigger and better, but shit.
Can we talk about Naomi?
So any thoughts on Natty and Naomi? Is Naomi a total diva because she had confessionals? I'm so fucking confused.
I want to bring this up. I have a theory. What? I have a theory that this season, when they added Fox and Paige, that they still had storylines going with Trinity and Summer, and that's why they're all included in this, and that's why you always see Naomi or Summer backstage with the girls when they have them all together. So I feel like, and then they just cut them because they didn't have enough room for everybody. So I feel like this was supposed to be a storyline for both of them because she stayed at her house and everything too. So
I agree, Nick. I think they still filmed Summer and Naomi, and then they just cut out Summer completely with all her confessionals and all that stuff. And they just kept Naomi for this episode because she was a major part in the storyline. But there are a lot of reality shows that do this. They have outsiders have confessionals, you know what I mean? But they're not like legit castmates.
And you never know, we might see Summer a confessional sometime in another episode down the line if she's involved at all. I feel like she might be. Like, at least in one of these episodes, she's going to be a key factor like Naomi was for this one.
I'll say it again. I said it before. I think all the divas should be on Total Divas. And they all should have confessionals because they're all a big group of girls, you know what I mean? So if they have drama with this one, have them come in and film a confessional. Look at Emma. Emma should be in there having confessionals too. I feel like they all should. They all don't have to be on the promo pictures, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they all don't have to do that, be on the credits. But
I don't think girls like AJ and Tamina are going to do that, though.
No, I'm not, like, I would love it if all the ones who want to be on can be on. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is the Total Divas. It should be the whole locker room. I feel like it would be more exposure for the whole division, and people can find their favorites. Like, ooh, I really like this girl Layla. Maybe I'll check out the product and see more of her. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. So,
and then they're gonna look for Layla, and Layla's not gonna be on there.
I don't know, but I just love Natty and Naomi. I love when Naomi's like, Natty! I love because Natty's just like a kooky aunt. I swear to God, with her fucking cats in the car with their hair. Let me tell you, I can't stand animal hair, cat hair, dog hair. It's a mess, especially when they're in your car. Ugh, it's the worst. I was dating
But
somebody.
You know what though? Fucking roll your windows up. Like, what do you expect?
Oh my God! And
John
Uso, when he was just like pulling it out of his mouth while he was driving, he's just so funny. I love Trinity and him. I wish they were still on it because it was like a breath of fresh air to see Trinity back on, and she looked amazing. Her body is on point.
I know.
When she was leaning against that kitchen counter, all you saw, like her waist, oh my God, is non-existent. Like she's shaped like the letter 8. I swear to God, she has a nice body. And
she's so filled out in all the right places. Too.
Yes, I just loved it. I thought it was fun. It was nice to see Naomi. It was really nice.
I'm starting to feel a little bad for Natty too, and what's been going on with like TJ and stuff. And it's interesting, kind of hear like, yeah, we still have these issues, but now we're in a storyline, and that's why we have to work together. And that kind of makes like sense why she's been acting so like fucking weird when she's down at ringside. It's like because she's not fully into it, and it's like she needs to kiss him on the cheek, and it's just awkward. And I picked up on that, and so now it kind of makes sense why.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, you need to pull it together, girl, because your man is on the highest roll he's ever been on.
Yeah.
And he's doing great, so she needs to just shut the fuck up and be his wife.
Yeah, I know. And she's like, we've been wanting to do this our whole careers, and now we're finally working together, and it's just not fun. I'm not enjoying it.
No, because you're mad, bitch. That's why. You're mad because your man's traveling with you. He's finally on the road. Before, you wasn't seeing him as much, so you're having a grand old time hanging out with Ziggler, having him call you at midnight because you checked that cheat.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
So, and he's like, send me a Snapchat. I'm like, ooh, Natty.
Oh, my God, Ziggler, send me a Snapchat shit.
That's please.
But, now she's traveling with her man. It's like, be his wife, support him, and, like, help him out. Come on. He did it for you when you were on the main roster and shit like that. Traveling. He was home. He was miserable. He was frustrated. Now he's on the road. He's loving life. Like, come on. Don't be that naggy-ass wife. He's gonna leave your bitch ass soon if you keep it up. Like,
do you think
Huh?
Do you think he will?
I don't think so because they've been together for so long, but there's only so much someone can take.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't want to see it happen, but even seeing them as a couple, there's not much happiness there.
No, not at all.
I think they're gonna reconcile in their half of the rest of the season though, because we see she's talking about, I need to be here for my dad. He's struggling. I feel like that might bring them together. Like it's like, we need to be here for each other since your dad's kind of fucked up right now.
Yeah. Oh God, Monday Night Raw's just started, and we have Roman Reigns cutting a promo.
No, can't wait to see that. Are we done? Did we do it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that was good. We breezed through that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So let's plug ourselves, guys. If you want to catch any more of the Pipebomb Podcast, it was hard to talk today, you can look at us on tumblr.com at thepipebombpodcast.tumblr.com. Guys, plug yourselves.
Yes, and you can follow me at Jimmy Jaymes, Jaymes.
You can follow me on Twitter at Nick Aiken WWE, and you can follow me on Instagram at Prince Pipebomb.
Awesome.
You can follow me at __ the diva, and make sure you tweet 2K Games to fix Edge's face in this new fucking update they have with Christian, because Boo look ugly as shit.
Oh my God, Gigi, what do you play it for? The Xbox?
I play it on my friend's Xbox. I'm not willing to invest my money in it, but yeah, I'm on Xbox.
I just got a new gamer tag for all the players who play Xbox One. It's built for sin, just how it's spelled. 3, 2, 1. So add me. I can't wait to kick Sam's ass. I just added him today. So
he's gonna play his right back.
Oh God!
That's why
everybody make sure to watch out for Tuesday, or what is it? Wednesday, because we'll be live tweeting for NXT.
Yes, Wednesday live tweeting. Gigi, are you gonna do it? You gonna help us out?
Yep, I'm gonna be here shading whoever fucks up. Even though it won't happen, I can't really shade NXT.
Quick, off the head. Who's gonna win the NXT Divas Women's Championship?
Sasha.
All right, so we all say Sasha. I hope it's Sasha, but They could go with Becky. We'll see.
They could go with Bailey too. You never know.
I hope not. Bailey's a better challenger.
You know what? What if they all swerve us and Charlotte retains and is just the most dominant diva?
I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Even though I just want her on the main roster. But if she keeps the title, that means she's going to be in NXT for a little bit longer. Definitely after Mania.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good show, guys.
Catch you guys later.
Bye.
All right, see ya.
Toodles.
Bye.